Now, DMan, you're going to have to give me the secret here because you know I'm here before I even know I'm here. That's amazing. What are you doing? You have magic? Good morning, sir, and everyone. Hi. Happy, what are we going to call this? Sunday morning breakfast with a hamster. You know, what am I having for breakfast? Cornflakes, don't you know? Did you know cornflakes, they come in a can now? Don't even have to pour the milk. Just pop one of those bad boys open and suck down your breakfast. Yay! So I missed all the fun last night. Why is that? I went to bed early. I had kind of it wasn't a long day, but a productive day. Went to Walmart, and I got to tell you about this toilet bowl cleaner. I'll use that as a teaser coming up. But I tell you what, this shit, oh baby, works great. If you have one of the, couple of stains here and there in your toity after Taco Bell last night, this stuff will take care of you right quick. And also my kitchen lights. I have these they're one of those weird bulbs. It's almost like a little spotlight halogen thing. And basically halogen bulbs get so hot, they just basically melt. They're terrible. So I got some LED substitutes. And I actually put them in. So I'm feeling like a man. Like a man. Polska Bob. Well, it depends on your point of view, sir. You might think so for yourself, but I remember a couple weeks ago on a Saturday, it was about this time, and you were sending me phone calls. Oh, you suck, hamster. Oh. So really depends on your frame of reference, but whatever. I got to work tomorrow. So what's the deal with our little event coming up? 3 weeks. Do we have a schedule? Do you have that schedule published? What are we doing? Zombro sent me an email yesterday. Yeah, we're going to go over to Michael Jordan's Steakhouse. I didn't know Michael was a chef. I'm sure it's great, but I don't even know where is it, downtown somewhere. We look it up. Anyway. So hit me up with the details if you. I was on drugs. Well, okay. No problem. Just giving you a hard time anyway. So let's talk about Justine Trudeau. I wish we had some Canadians here. We've got no one here. That's all right. I'll just keep spewing. And what else do I have? Oh, I have Big Wave Kona. Anyway, went to Walmart, got some shit, got some canned food and all that crap. Filled up the cupboard. Good day. And I got some perfume too, or some cologne. You guys ever Castro? Oh, that's beautiful. I love it. Thank you, Fabian. Mr. Castro. Friday night drinking on the north side. Okay. All right. At a VFW. Ooh, I like it. Do we have a roster of who's coming? You don't have to send it. Send it to me and shoot me an email. Let me know. So that's the 24th. The crew is going to go to Chicago and have fun. Hopefully we won't get shot. There's always that possibility. Hamster prepping at Wally World. Well, it wasn't really a prep. I was out of food. And it's like, damn it. I like going to Wendy's and McDonald's and shit, but you can't do that all the time or, you're going to die of a heart attack. I mean, let's be honest. Once in a while, a double cheeseburger or something ain't going to kill you, but like all the time. So, nah, I don't want to do that. I did get a couple of pizzas like last Sunday. I was hungry for some pizza. And that lasted the whole week. I mean, it seemed like there's a lot more pizza in those boxes than I was thinking. And it wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't the worst Dominoes I've ever had. It was mushroom and onion, extra cheese. It was good. Yeah. I mean, it's, not going to win awards, but it's not bad for, $10 or whatever. So, let's see. With anyone who wants to go, come. GTO, come. Okay. Saturday drinking in the south suburbs. Okay. All right. Well, I'm sure we'll find something to do. Primo Living BC, good morning. We have a Canadian in the building. So now you are the expert at everything Canadian. Like your premier here, your prime minister, Justine. Justine, you don't want to put on your red lights. Thanks, DMan. You too. All right, man. Talk to you later, maybe. Don't work too hard today. Sox game, huh? 1 o'clock. Okay. So that's going to be my sobering up period because I obviously have to get back to St. Louis and I can't get all drunk and stupid. And maybe we'll have a couple of beers. It'll be fun. Did we get a box or what are we on the party deck? Do you have all the tickets? You know, all that shit. Shark Dentures. Hi. How are you? Good to see you. Primo Living says Dominoes is the bomb. You know, I have to say I'm impressed. They've changed it a lot. It was pretty good pizza. Now, I know they had a downtime maybe 10 years ago where it just didn't work out as well. But then they changed it and it's not bad. Now, I know some people in St. Louis are saying, excuse me, Hamster, you've got Emo's Pizza. Why would you ever go to Domino's? Okay, Emo's is good. It's got the Fremunda cheese on it from, St. Louis. What is it called? Some kind of special cheese. It's good. Yeah, it's really good. Kind of St. Louis version of an interesting, different pizza. It's really, Emo's is good. They do a nice job. The thing was, Emo's is like, 5 miles farther, and I'm like, I need food now. I need food. And the Domino's is right up the street. So I almost went over to the Mexican place next door because they have the fish tacos are fantastic. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they really do a nice job there. So I'm going to have to find a recipe because I got a bunch of fish that I bought. I've got some ahi tuna. It was on sale over at Deerberg's even. If you're from St. Louis or the area, Deerberg's is dear, expensive. But they had like, a couple pound and a half bags of ahi tuna for like $7. I'm like, get out of here. So yeah, I got some of that. I like fish. It's good. I got some salmons in there too. So I might have to do my own brand of fish tacos. You never can get the crust right though, I don't know what it is, but the restaurants, obviously they know what they're doing because they get the crust is, oh man, I tell you. I'm doing all right. Thank you. Bleacher's usually the best, but sells out, figure being the upper deck. Bleacher seats, really? Like down on by like home plate? Cool. How much are those? Oh, man. Well, it'll be fun. So, and of course, we can get some Chicago dogs, the real ones. We can get some Chicago pizza. We can get some pierogi. We're going to go over to Polska Bob's grandma's house. She's going to make us pierogi. I want to have the onion and a potato. That's the one I want. So go ahead and order that in advance. I'd appreciate that. Raise a drink to the Queen, to trim the commies. God bless the Queen, Elizabeth. 70 years on the throne. All right. Yeah. It's amazing that at, what is she, 98? The Queen, just sharp as a tack. At least is, it all is going to run out eventually. But very, very interesting character in the world. There's a video where she pulls out a sword to cut a cake. It's just fucking hilarious. You can see the kind of cheeky humor of the Queen of England. It's funny because one of her assistants says, "Excuse me, Your Highness, we've got knives." Oh, no, we have knives. Let's do something different. She pulls out a sword, cuts the cake. Fucking hilarious. I love it. That's good stuff. So, left field is where the bleachers is. Okay. Well, good. No, that sounds like fun. So, we're going to like carpool over there so we don't have to spend all the money on parking and just be stupid for a while. Or does the like one of the trains or something go over there? I'm sure it does, right? Yeah, we'll figure something out. So, okay, that's June 24th. And I guess everyone's welcome. So, let's see what this tastes like. Also, Polska. January, second week of January, I'll be up there, or January. Second week of July, be up there doing some more shit. So who knows if it goes well. And I don't think you're crazy. We'll go try to do something, although it is a busy time. But yeah, we'll see. It'll be over there in Downers Grove again. So. Grandmother died a couple years ago. Well, sorry to hear that. Are you okay with it? It's been a couple years. So I hope everything's all right with that. All right. Shark dentures. The only deer I ever had was someplace nearby. You hunt the deer, turn it in. They give you the equivalent in prepared venison, and you pay them for the prep work. Forgot the name of the place. Oh, where was that? Like St. Louis or? That sounds like kind of a good deal as long as you get fresh meat. You know, if they give you like, oh, here's some equivalent meat from 7 years ago. Yeah. Deer's good though. You know, if you've not had deer, I know a lot of you're men, so you have. But, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, my God, the poor deers, they're so cute. Yeah, but they're so delicious. Oh, pierogies. All right. Gotcha. Shark dentures, Minnesota. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of deer up there in Minnesota. Shark dentures, Minnesota is July. I'm sorry. July is like 180 degrees from. Yeah, I know. I don't know why I was thinking January. Maybe because so far this summer in St. Louis, it's been relatively cool. I think that's probably going to change, but it's been in the 70s, really. Sunshine. It was a very nice day yesterday. I mean, just beautiful. You know, I mean, that's why people live in Missouri. It's just fantastic, right? Green trees, grass everywhere. You know, got to go down to the Walmart and get some shit. And I mean, the Walmart was full. I was amazed. I mean, this is over at Zumbiel, somewhere over just at the west part of St. Charles. That's like sometimes, you know, it's a good one to go to because it's not quite as busy. So drive over there. And the whole parking lot was full. I mean, way to the end. It's like, oh my God, what's going on? Mr. Pliskin, Snake, how are you? Good to see you again. So there's tons of people and we're all in there and everyone's polite and everybody's friendly. It's just, where is this, all this tension between, you know, the races, for example? You know, there were a lot of black folks, you know, brown folks. There was all kinds of, who cares? You know, who is ginning this bullshit up? Everyone gets along. You know, at least my experience in Missouri, there's none of this bullshit. So what the hell are these people talking about? They're trying to gin up nonsense that doesn't exist. Oh, you've got the East Coast academics. Oh, well, you know, if I use big words and shit and say blah, 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 blah. Yeah, just good old Jane, Jamal, Shawanda, Hamster. We don't care about your bullshit. We just get along. We're friendly to each other. We just want to live in peace. We want to get the Walmart shopping done, get home, grill the whatever, be with our families and friends. And what is this crap? It's really nonsense. And Undead Chronic was talking about that but I'm sorry. Did I say the name? Let's see. PayPal/me/UCW show. Give him money. Send him cash. Why not? But Chronic is talking about that. We got these black nationalist types coming up. Oh, you evil whitey. You know, whatever. I'm sure if you dig in the deepest reaches of somewhere in this country, you can find some of that. I'm without question. So why concentrate on the very narrow corner case? Why not concentrate on the not corner case where the vast majority of people, regardless of color, all that, we get along. We don't want to harm for our kids, or we don't want all this transmission bullshit. And that's where I think the Democrats are starting to get a wake-up fucking call on this stuff. Nobody cares as much as they believe people care. It's like, oh, don't you agree with what rights don't transmissions have? Well, it's beside the point. Same with the Roe versus Wade thing. They thought there were going to be mass protests. Remember that entire summer of hate that the fembots promised, I believe, in either May or June about the abortion? Where's that? See anything on the news about that? Do you know? Because it didn't happen. The vast majority of women in this country are very, very fine with having some restrictions, be it 8, 9 weeks, 10 weeks. It's just not a kitchen table, pull your hair out, light your house on fire issue. Just isn't. I mean, you look around and the same things that we're saying here, we're not some Nazis. We're not some crazy Nazi types here. We're just saying what common sense looks like. It's like, okay, we understand, but you also have a plethora, a cornucopia of birth control options. Unlike what was going on in 1973, where you basically had 2. And so if you were to use this avalanche of birth control, use 2 forms every single time, you wouldn't have to deal with this. Oh no, that's restrictive. And normal Janes out there are going, well, what do you mean it's restrictive? Let's go to CVS, get your pill. And if you're that lazy, spend $35 and get a morning after pill. Done. Problem solved. So what is this bullshit? You got to have abortion out to when the baby is come on. It's just not that go-to burn down the farm issue that they thought it was. And I mean, it's clear from the coverage, I believe. All right, Polska, have a beer, sir. I'm buying you a beer. I got some Kona here. I'll bring it to you. Man, we're just talking. We're not getting drunk. So it'd be interesting if if there were a real, honest to God survey of people in this country. What do you really care about? Do you care about some woman somewhere who can't figure out how to take birth control, and thus and such, then abortion up until birth should be allowed? Or is it, why is my gas costing me $9 a gallon? Why do I go to Walmart, for example, and the frozen food freezers are empty? Why is that? That seems weird to me, Why is that? Maybe we should talk about things like that. No. Let's talk about automatic transmissions, because that's the real issue. I mean, this shit just ain't getting no traction. It just is not getting traction with normal Jane and Joe, Tyrone, Rwanda, Xi Jinping. It doesn't matter. And it's a bit narcissistic, but selfish, but it's like, tell me what you're going to do for me. Like, the gas price is $9 a gallon. I got to drive to work. See, here's the thing, though. This is exactly what Joe Biden Justine Trudeau and these greeny weenie types are trying to do. Why is that, Hamster? Let me pontificate. Gather around the fire. Because they know that unless gas is $9, $10, $12 a gallon, their electrical car bullshit doesn't make economic sense. There are big mass transit projects. It doesn't make sense. But if you can put the gas price up around 10 or 12 bucks a gallon, then it's kind of a break-even point. Then they can say, see, you could save money by going electric. ... If you think it all happened by accident, you are a fool. All right. Mr. Pliskin says, you're right. That is correct. The earth has plenty of oil, at least for now. And there are some speculation. People smarter than I am. A lot smarter than I am. It doesn't take much. Empty beer can be enough. That claim the earth there's a natural process in the earth that generates oil. It pushes pressurized hydrocarbons. There's energy from the core of the earth that puts this stuff together. Now, I don't know if that's true. I'm not a scientist. I don't claim to know everything. But I mean, we've burned up an awful lot of dinosaurs, apparently, if that's where it all comes from. Or is it a combination of the earth and the dinos? Not sure. Anyway, shall we listen to Justine? Chrome Dome Omega. Doesn't make sense even to attend all that. Good luck. Yeah, that's right. No, you're not wrong. I'm just saying they probably could more easily convince the public that it makes sense if gas is $10 a gallon or 12 or whatever. It doesn't make sense. It's silly. I mean, eventually, probably in 100 years, maybe long after we're dead, that's probably going to be the primary method of locomotion around the world, is an electric kind of vehicle, when we come up with the solution to cheap and readily available. Wait a minute, we do have that. It's called nuclear. Oh, no. Nuclear is scary. China syndrome. Indeed. All right, let's listen to Justine here for a minute. See what Justine has to say.
We're introducing legislation to implement a national freeze on handgun ownership.
Wow. I didn't know that Canada had this massive problem with respect to handgun problems. I don't know. I thought Canada was pretty regulated with respect to guns, gun ownership, gun transfer, gun license, various other things like that. So is Justine saying we have to solve a problem that really doesn't exist at this point?
What this means is that it will no longer be possible to buy, sell, transfer, or import handguns anywhere in Canada.
So this is based on a tragedy that happened in the United States, a different country. You don't have the same sort of issues, perhaps, that led up to this? Well, what's interesting about this creep that shot these kids up, he didn't break any laws buying these guns. So I suppose if we have a few more laws that he followed to get these guns, that's going to solve the problem. Okay.
In other words, we're capping the market for handguns.
The legal market for handguns. See, Justine doesn't want to say what's really going on here. You're not stopping the criminals from getting a gun, you stupid fuck. You're stopping legal Canadians who want to go out and legally purchase some form of personal protection from getting a handgun. For example, Justine, you're kind of a big feminist, right? You're for women's rights. You want women to be protected. You don't want women getting, criminalized and all that other stuff. So why would you be against a female in Montreal or Toronto having a bit of equalizer in their purse, just in case, this bad guy comes up? Take care of the problem. No. I thought you wanted women to be safe in one of the ultra safest countries in the friggin' world, Canada, eh? But I thought you wanted women not to have to go through that trauma. So wouldn't a little equalizer help them? You don't fucking care, do you? Oh, isn't that interesting? Now, why is that? Well, you see, Trudeau is of the feminist mindset that men just shouldn't do that. So if we teach men not to, it'll be fine, and you don't need a handgun. Let the government protect you. Really? Did you know in Canada, by the way, this might come as a shock to some of you here in the United States. It is not legal for women to have pepper spray in Canada. That's illegal. Now, wouldn't we all want a less than lethal deterrent so that a woman walking down the street or whatever in Quebec and some guys start doing bad things to her, she can whip that out and at least stop their progress while she calls the police? No. So God only knows Justine doesn't want women to have a gun. They could take care of themselves. I guess they wouldn't need the government so much. I'm just saying.
As a further part of this new legislation, we're also fighting gun smuggling and trafficking by increasing maximum criminal penalties and providing more tools for law enforcement to investigate firearm crimes.
The crimes that are rampant in Canada, just everywhere. Montreal, Quebec, Toronto, Edmonton, BC, Prince Edward Island, just rampant gun violence in Canada. Well, maybe the news hasn't reported on these crazy Canadians out there shooting people, because I certainly haven't heard that. Have you? One might wonder if it's actually going on. Or one also might wonder at the same time, are we trying to use a crisis in a different country to ban firearms for Canadian citizens, especially the women who apparently now can't get a purse handgun or even pepper spray to prevent some grapefruit artist from attacking them? Rampant crimes. The thing is, too, Justine, interesting part about criminals is they don't really follow laws, do they? Isn't that a definition of someone who is outside the law, a criminal? Just curious how you're going to get around that one.
And will require the permanent alteration of long gun magazines so they can never hold more than 5 rounds.
Okay. Do you think that's going to be enough, people? I would guess most Canadians are like, yeah, I just go deer hunting. 5 rounds is enough. I could just reload. All right. Non-controversial. What happens when those guns now have to only have one? I wonder, what is the Canadian problem with these, 300 round magazines or something that these crazy Canadians are running around shooting everything with. Oh, you mean it isn't the problem? But you're saying it is because that way you can use that to say, well, we need to eliminate that. What are the laws currently, Justine, in Canada? I don't know, chapter and verse here, but I know it's not easy to get a gun in Canada, and it's hard to transfer, and you have to register it, and you got to do various other things. You know who doesn't really care much about your registration policy? Criminals. People who don't follow the law. Did you think about that?
These are actions that doctors, experts, and chiefs of police have been calling for years.
Really? Because of the overwhelming, murderous Canadians running around shooting people all the time. Really? Huge problem in Canada.
And we're acting on their advice.
Sure you are. Right.
I also want to thank the advocates, many of whom are here today, for your tireless efforts.
Do they understand that criminals don't care about your laws? You understand that, right? You're trying to control law-abiding citizens. See, criminals don't care about your stupid laws. Do you not understand that, Justin? Nope, doesn't matter. I think they understand it perfectly fucking fine. As a matter of fact, they understand it all too well. They know what they're doing, people. They know.
I know that for too many of you, grief and loss are at the root of the work that you do.
So you're looking at people who deal with the, one in, I don't know. How many times a year is there a mass shooting in Canada? Like never. So these people they're grieving with the victims, whatever they can scrape up, because there aren't any. There are very few in Canada. One of the friendliest countries in the world. Well, you got these men from Yukon out there just got their machine guns and bazookas and tanks and shit, just blowing everything away. Well, good for Canada. That's not happening. But go on, Justine.
I want to recognize that, and on behalf of all Canadians.
You don't speak for all Canadians. You speak for a very tiny little sliver of radical fucking communists in Canada. You know that, Justine. Stop the bullshit.
I want to thank you for your strength.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, merci. Now, a lot of you guys don't know. I remember when Justin's daddy was the power in the 70s. So I been there, done that. So what do you guys think? You think if we make something more illegal, it's going to solve the problem? I don't think so. And I didn't know we had this massive bunch of crazy shooters up in Canada just mowing everyone down with their handguns. Well, what I do know is that women in Canada cannot carry pepper spray to protect against rapists. Why is that? How does that make any sense whatsoever? Except they've drunk the Kool-Aid. Women shouldn't have to protect themselves. It's just those evil men. But shouldn't women have the choice? I think so. Not in Canada. However, you Canadian women are on your own. Call the police. Call Justine. when that bad guy wants to do bad things to you. Just call them. You don't have to worry about that. Primo Living BC, they need to start promoting reality. The mainstream news is just a propaganda wing of the government. This lefty agenda is out of pocket. When the pendulum swings back, they're not going to like it. No, they will not. Pierre Trudeau, exactly. In the mid-70s. Pierre Trudeau, he was a socialist. He was a communist. He was a, how you say in America, a left-wing lunatic. And the acorn doesn't fall far from the tree, does it? All right, I'm going to go get some beer. I will see you guys later. Thank you. And like, subscribe, and send money to Undead Chronic. See you later.